morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome, or good night as well. Good and welcome to Dread and the Shabin, a podcast for those who want to be informed, inspired, and positively impacted. My name is Delroy Nestor, the Dread, and I am your host.
And I'm
Alongside,
yeah, and I'm TK, the Shabin.
right, and so we are here. This is episode 4, I believe, of our first season. We are slowly growing and we are loving it. I hope you're loving it, Takia.
Yeah, it's been going good.
All right, cool, cool, cool. Well, today, well, we don't have anything in terms of topics about Dominica, but our episode tonight or today will be about this year, 2024, what our highlights, our lowlights, what we would have done better, and looking forward to 2025. Basically, that's what it is. And so we can get straight into it. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm ready, ready, ready to. Cool. So in terms of our first topic, we will be looking at 2024, our year in review. Personally, we'll do our highlights first, individually, lowlights, and what you think we can do better going forward. So, and you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I can go first.
Okay,
Honestly, I find 2024 passed really fast. So fast that, I'd really have to like pause and, when sometimes time flying fast, time passing by so fast that you kind of forget exactly like
exactly.
what year something happened.
Right, right.
Yeah, I kind of feel that's how it's been. But for me, the highlight has definitely been, moving to Navis and just trying and, make a career and try and move things forward with my life in terms of, having a stable income, being more independent, and just exploring a new place. That's
So
kind
far,
of
so
been
good.
my highlight. Yeah.
So far, so good.
Yeah, it's been going good. I cannot complain, honestly.
All right, cool, cool, cool. Well, my highlight, I think most people know my highlight for the year would have been the birth of my son. I think he has given me new focus, renewed focus. There's the fact that I can see so much of myself in him, and
Yeah.
I just want to create a loving environment for my son. To be honest, another highlight I would say would be the fact that I returned to school. I'm going back to school, so that has its own challenges, but I want to look at it positively and look at it as a highlight of my year. So these are
Yeah.
the main things. But if I have to say overall, my son has been the greatest highlight of my life so far. To be honest, yeah,
Yeah, that's really great.
yeah. So any lowlights?
Um, Not really, honestly. I mean, maybe just, missing back home and, being away from people like my grandmother and my boyfriend and so on. But, like, apart from that, I can really say nothing has been so off putting or anything like that.
Uh, I
I've had a
understand.
good year. I've had a good year.
I realize you didn't want to say it, but I realize.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my low light, I think, for the year would have to be the fact that, based on everything that happened, I had to quote unquote shut down my farm for a little while. So I haven't been on my farm since maybe June, July. My son was born
Okay.
in August, but in preparation for everything, I had a lot to do so. And so I think it's under a lot of bush, as we would say in Dominica, it's under bush.
Yeah.
So coming into 2025, I feel I will give it a lot of my emphasis and just to get it back up and running. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a low light for me. Forgot after so much effort and everything else that it is now on the push. Yeah,
I
that's
know
all right.
you, I know you feel about your farm, so I
Yeah, I
understand.
love it. It used to be. It's not just the farm for farming. It used to be my stress reliever. You know, and after a hard week,
Yeah.
and I work during the week, so the weekend would be my escape. Plus, there was this river, the river right there. So yeah. And oftentimes I would just get up very early Saturday morning and know I have something to do after running my farm. Sometimes I get up on certain Saturdays now, and it's like Why is it so? Why should that? That kind of thing. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. Allow light. What type of things you think you could, based on what happened this year, you can do better?
Um, I continue to struggle with, you know, just a routine. I struggle
Uh,
with having a routine in whatever capacity, in terms of a diet, gym. I mean, I've been more consistent with the gym this year, but at the same time, just really being consistent and having a routine in terms of reaching my goal when it comes to weight and health and that sort of thing. Like, that's definitely something I want to improve on next year.
I feel that. I feel that particularly because I myself have been neglecting my health. Not neglecting in terms of health itself, in terms of eating well and everything, but in terms of exercising. I don't know when last I did any real formal exercising. In fact, 2 weeks ago I went to play a football game for my workplace because we have this government league. And for 5 days after, I felt every bone on my body, all my muscles. I couldn't walk properly, and yeah, and I only played for 40 minutes. Imagine, and so that's to show you my health. I need to take probably certain exercise routine, just like you, even if it means walking
Yeah.
or running. Yeah, I need to do
Even if
something.
it's to stretch every day.
Right. And as a young man, I had a natural six pack. Now I have a one pack. I have to better that. This is it is big belly season, but next year can be big belly season too. Yeah,
Yeah.
season have to change. So yeah, so I have to do better in relation to that. Another thing I think I can work on is my communication. Yeah, sometimes I can grow distance in terms of not relationships or anything, but in terms of that's how I deal with people, especially people
Yeah.
disappoint me. I kind of pull away from because I don't like to be disappointed because I try and give everybody my all. So when people disappoint me, I kind of pull away. I have to work on that. I have to start giving people
I
grace,
can definitely understand that though. Yeah.
give people grace, and also give myself some grace as well. Need to learn to do that. Yeah. So yeah, I think if I can do those things, if we can do those things, 2025 looks promising, especially if we continue with our podcast. And I'm hoping that we can roll into to end season one on a high note next year, and then start back season two as soon as we can, as possible. So I look forward to 2025. Oh, I forgot to mention earlier in the podcast. Happy New Year, everybody, because this episode is going to air on New Year's Day. So my apologies. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Tikia.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone. And,
I don't know how that
we,
slipped my mind, but yeah,
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 let's be glad that we can enter a new year and that we can see another day and just look forward to the future and
yeah.
what's come for the new year.
Bigger and better things, I hope. Speaking of the future and the new year, any resolutions that you making? Do you ever make them?
Maybe I used to make them a long time ago, but
Uh,
I just feel like it's kind of cheesy right now. It's not something I just really like pay attention to. I might set goals for myself for the year.
right.
And
Imagine,
talking about
imagine.
that, I have to actually like try and be more consistent with my journaling because I just remember that I probably haven't journaled in a couple months now. But I usually just set goals for the year or for the month, and yeah.
Imagine, I remember I made a resolution, and before the first week of the of the year, I broke the resolution. I said, that way that's you're not serious. Resolution's not for you. Better you do something different. So I have no real resolution in terms of next year. I just want to have a better year than 2024. Um, do the right things, and make sure I positively impact my family, my friends, my society.
Yeah.
That's all. Whether it be small or big, it doesn't really matter. I just want to, yeah, make sure I am actually contributing.
Yeah, I definitely feel like one of the biggest things I've learned is that discipline is much harder than, anything I could have thought. Like discipline is the thing I'm struggling with right now.
The
And I
word,
feel
the
like,
word sounds very simple, but the word is
yeah,
yeah.
because I really envy the people that actually have the discipline, because when you have the discipline, that's when you see those people, getting the results, those that are getting the results at the gym, those are getting the results with their work and so on. Is discipline that they're practicing to have like that. And that's really what I'm trying to aim for next year. So if I
As you
have to have
mentioned,
any resolution, is maybe just to be more disciplined.
discipline. Imagine, as you mentioned that earlier this year, I can't remember what month, but anyway, I told myself, you're not drinking enough water. You need to drink more water. Hydrate
Yeah,
myself. Yeah. And so I told myself every 2 hours I would drink a glass of water. First week, I had all motivated. I was remembering to drink my water. But what I forgot about drinking a lot of water is that you have to go to the toilets more frequently.
yeah,
Sometimes I just checking, but you see that thing when running to the toilet every other hour. I believe that. I sometimes I have something to do and I have to be rushing to the toilet.
yeah,
Yes, no, no. So, but I did return to it. I am now downloaded a water drinking app on my phone. I don't follow it exclusively, but
yeah.
I do try at least if it tells me to drink water 8 times a day, at least 6 times a day I'm drinking that water. So I'm getting there. Hopefully next year I will get to the 8 times a day. But for now, too much urination.
That's something I struggled with as well, but I realize if I drink water from a bottle, it's easier for me. It will make me drink more water than if I
But
have to drink from a glass. So I just try to have at least the large 1.5 liter bottle, and I know if I
right.
at least finish that for the day, then I good.
Well, I used to have a bottle like that, with the little lines that telling you by 8 a.m. you have to drink that
Yeah,
amount. I used to have that, and at the same time, I just figure that bottle too heavy to carry in the morning. So I just packed it, yeah. But I might have to return to it. But certain things you just need discipline for, and I realize that discipline in one area doesn't mean you have discipline in every area of your life. So you have to give and take sometimes, yeah. And the app will help me to get discipline for the drinking of the water. As to whether or not I will continue drinking the water is a different thing, but also eating more vegetables. Yeah, you see, the lux is for style. It's not a vegan lifestyle, and I definitely need to eat more vegetables. Trust me. So hopefully, I can bring that into my diet next year because I'm no longer a teenager. I'm burning age.
yeah,
I can see a few grays. So yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Just cook it up, season it up, it will taste nice.
yeah. It takes time. So let me ask you, what are you looking forward to in 2025? We'll do it in three ways, eh? Personally first, in your profession, secondly, and in terms of thirdly or dominically, I call it dominically, but is what do you look
Yeah,
forward to seeing happen in Dominica?
in
So
Dominica.
we can do
Pers-
personally first.
okay,
No, personally.
personally, I looking forward to, really trying and reach my goal weight
To
and
lose or to put on?
to lose
Oh, okay.
to lose weight, reach my goal. I really looking forward to just improving in terms of my discipline, my eating habits, and just keep on growing as an individual, mentally, spiritually, emotionally.
I feel that. And for me
Yeah,
personally, next year I just want to be a better boyfriend. I want to be a better father. Take the next step in my relationship journey, and just keep growing like that. In relation to personally as well, I want to finish school. Yeah, it is challenging. It is worthwhile, but one year is enough.
I,
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I
At
applaud
this,
anybody that want to go back to school, honestly, because I just cannot picture myself going back into that mind frame to go back
well,
to school.
I think I chose a difficult time to go back to school because I just had a newborn.
Yeah,
Everybody knows by now. And so to go back to school during that period there, it has been really challenging. Imagine certain times I in the class and I have to be basically checking him. Whether I be changing his diaper, whatever it
yeah,
is. Because I have to help out as the father.
of
So
course, yeah.
yeah, and my girlfriend works from home, so sometimes she can't do the things that at the time that he needs it. So I have to step in, and it can be really really challenging. I remember times I have to do assignments and so forth, and I in the middle of a thought of writing an essay, I have to leave him to go, and then yeah, it can be very very challenging.
Yeah,
I want to finish school next year. Yeah, finish it. Yeah, I don't want to fail not one course. I want to go straight through and just ensure that I graduate next year, sometime next year. That is the main thing for me. What about professionally for you?
professionally, I definitely want to just try and end up in a job that I actually pursuing, which is more like office administration, that kind of stuff.
Okay,
So if I can land a job exactly like that, I feel like that would really like just help me feel like I reach my ultimate goal in terms of career, and to maybe just do another course because I got just completed the office administration course at UE.
oh, congrats, congrats. We are all at you within. You is our frustration, right?
Yeah, but it was a short course, so I survived.
Okay, nice,
But
nice.
next year, I'm hoping to do the maybe a project management course at UE as well.
I did one, so and I can tell it was good. Yeah,
Yeah.
my
So
lecturer was
that's
very good.
that's my goal for next year. Just kind of elevate in terms of my skills and maybe more clients because I also do virtual assistance. So just continuing to improve on that end in terms of my skills and then land a job in office administration.
Administration. I will be praying. We'll be praying for that. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. And for me professionally, what I uh, I want to basically finish a book I've been working on. As you know, I'm a writer, so I
Yeah.
want to finish a book. I'm working on a children's book for the longest while, and to ensure that I finish it next year and I can publish that. I also want to turn one of my short stories into a short film, so I will be working on that. I've started already to break down the movie story into a movie script, a short story script, a short film script. So hopefully sometime even in next year I can actually film that, and hoping that somebody hears my voice through the podcast and can give me some funding or some in kind or in cash
Yeah.
assistance. Yeah, so I'm praying for that. Professionally, also, I would love for the government to tell me here's a promotion. I know it doesn't happen like that, but still, man's in need of a promotion. Yeah, man has additional responsibilities now. Pampers have to buy. So promotion, please. I'm looking forward to that in 2025. Another thing I'm looking forward to is start my small business. I've been working on a small business for the longest while. I have bought all my equipment. All I need is a few little things and an ideal location to start up. And that's what I'm missing, a location. So if I can identify a location where I can start up, then I can put it into full force. So hopefully in 2025, that's the year that I start up. And the thing is, with this business, it takes some time in terms of production before you can actually put the product out for sale. So I need a space to do some basic research in product development before I can actually
Oh,
offer
okay.
the product. So looking forward to that happening in 2025 for myself.
Okay. All the best in those ventures.
Thank you very, very much. They're in different orders, so even if one doesn't happen and the others happen, I'll still be happy about that. What about Dominically? It's a strange word, but I'm sure you know what I mean.
For Dominica, I'm hoping that you know, we finally have the kind of representation that we're looking for. And I
What we
hope
deserve,
that,
right?
yeah, and I hope that, that representation can begin to show the Dominican population what they bring to the table so that people can start becoming excited about, you know, new opportunities, and that if not if when the time comes for, election and so on, that we can finally have options then.
Yeah, I feel you
Yeah.
on that. 'Cause
That's really what I'm looking forward to. Just getting some form of representation that people can actually become excited about, and just seeing a little bit more for the country in terms of things moving along in the economy, and so on and so forth. Maybe even election. What what's the word?
reform, the
Yes,
reform.
yes. If we can get that,
Hmm.
hey.
That's a big if. We were, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's a big if, but
Yeah.
that's
That may be
hopefully.
one of our future topics. So keep it close.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
in terms of what you just mentioned, I think we've been having a government by default for a number of years because, like you mentioned, lack of options, and we don't see. Yeah, I can say it plainly. We suffer from lack of options in Dominica in terms of leadership, in terms of the persons that represent us at various levels, and we definitely need to do better as a country. So I look forward to that as well. Anything else in relation to Dominica?
I would definitely like to see, maybe just, honestly, I don't have too much hopes apart from,
Ah, don't let Dominic kill your hopes.
I don't have too much hopes in terms of like seeing a turnaround from the actual people. I feel like a lot more might have to be done for that, but maybe just to see like things to be done a little differently. Like for
Right.
example, maybe for World Cup Music Festival, maybe for things to be done a little better next year. Like baby steps in that regard of like how we do things in the country. So maybe just seeing those
Right.
kind of improvements because we are on the new management for that. So,
Yeah.
maybe to see if that will improve with the new
What,
management.
what I will say about that is that last year she came in a little late in terms of the preparation. So
Right.
this year's the year she has a full time period to prepare. So hopefully we'll see a difference in terms of how it's run. It was as for me in Dominica, well, I want to see the aerial tram finally finished. Yeah, aerial tram. In terms of the airport, I'm not even speaking to the airport. It's Dominica Grammar School. I want to see Dominica Grammar School finally finished
I do say
because
Goodwill Secondary School finished.
well, good school is advancing so quickly compared to grammar school. Yeah, and
Goodwill.
good school was delayed by a number of years. Grammar school started 5 6 years ago, and it has not been completed. So hopefully, I want to see grammar school completed. That is school I went to, so a little selfish. I want to see the students comfortable and stuff. I want to see our people place children's protection on the front burner. That, and I want to see also to see us address issues of traffic, road traffic, whether it be bikers wearing their helmets, speed bumps, street signs, all those things. I think we take a lot of things for granted in Dominica, but road safety should not be one of them. So I want to see us address that significantly in 2025. I hope somebody hears my voice and brings it to the authorities. I myself am not afraid of them, so
Maybe
they can.
almost every day they have an accident, Dominica.
Yeah, yeah, and things that can be simply avoided by proper signage, proper road painting, whatever. Simple things. I think we are losing lives too easily in Dominica. Things that can be easily prevented, where people are getting hurt too easily for simple things, a road sign, a traffic light, speed bump. You know, all those things there. Every village should have a speed bump at the entrance and at the exits. All public offices in within villages should have, like churches, schools should have speed bumps. Those things there should be almost automatic. You put up a public building, speed bump. And I just think some of those things there are and better road signs. You can't say the country don't have no paint. The roads, the signs on the roads erasing and nobody's replacing them. You're driving on a highway, you don't even know where the center of the road is. Come on, let's do better. To be honest,
Yeah.
as a people, as a country, let's just seek to do better. And I want us to also, Dominica, we've been calling ourselves the nature island of the Caribbean for so long. Let's do some massive cleanup. There's too much garbage all over the place. With some more beautification of the country. I know the NEP is doing a job in terms of planting trees and cleaning up, but the everyday dumping of the rubbish along the sides of the roads and things, if it means litter wardens, there must be a way for us to address that situation as a country. Other countries have the same problem and they're addressing it. So why Dominica has to leave it? Let people be like we have a laissez-faire attitude towards that. No, let's institute litter wardens. Let's find people for littering. Let's ensure that some way, somehow, we hold our people accountable because the garbage is not creating itself and it is not disappearing. This, even if it goes to the sea, eventually it will come back on land. It will affect us or affect our marine life. We eat fish, we eat all kind of seafood, and we contaminate our own environment that we live in. That doesn't make sense to me at all. So I
And
hope
something as simple as having like big proper containers to put garbage in the villages instead of just putting it by the side and then having all them stray
yeah.
dogs littering the place with more garbage. Like something as simple as that
So
they can
something as simple
install.
as procuring the trucks. There's weeks, sometimes weeks and weeks or the waste doesn't pass. There's no trucks. Or when they pass with a Bedford truck instead of a garbage truck, and so all the water and the leachate is spilled onto the road and smells. And Dominica, we can do better. As a nature island, we profess to be a nature island. I want us to do better than that. I don't know if you have more gripes, but if I continue with my gripes for Dominica,
Exactly. It's so much to be done. I
yeah,
just small expectations I have for next
yeah.
year.
Well,
Small.
let me not fill up the expectation basket too much. So I just want us to do better as a country, generally speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest. I don't know if you have anything else you want to add in terms of what we've discussed so far, or basically what we discussed for the episode, because we've gone through our free tier topics. So, if you have anything else to add to that?
No, to close, I would just say that I would just leave with everyone that to go into a new year that they should probably just think about, take time and think about, the type of person that they want to be for the new year and what they would need to do to work towards that, and just try and establish a routine for themselves and make strides to work towards their goals.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think I will take that advice from you as well. I will replay this episode, and every time I need to refocus and look towards that segment for the advice.
Yeah.
It's a wrap again, and we want to thank everybody who's joined us. Taking this journey with us. It's been a short journey for the year, but we hope we'll continue into next year. So once again, Happy New Year. Thanks for joining us. And we hope that you found this episode inspiring, informative, and even thought-provoking. I hope you took some notes in terms of what we've said, and you can hold us accountable in the next year for sure. We want to be that kind of a podcast where we not just say things, but we also
Yeah.
actually do things as well. And so, once again, thank you for joining us this evening, this morning, this afternoon, whatever time of the day you are listening to us.
Yes, thank you guys. Have a blessed new year, and don't forget to follow our page, leave any comments or suggestions with us. Have a good evening, good morning, good afternoon.
Yeah, and please, if you One, two, please tell us what you plan on doing for 2025. Would love to hear from you. So once again, happy New Year to everybody, and good night from the dread.
Good night from the Shabian.
Be blessed and highly favored, everybody, and be sure to join us next time for a new episode.
Bye.
Bye.